You have 5 minutes to hide a paperclip in your home. A detective has 24 hours to find it. If they don't, you get $10,000. Where are you going to hide the paperclip? Inside the rubbing alcohol bottle. That way the paperclip sniffing dogs can't find it. Between the radiator fins of the split-type air conditioner. It's easy to insert, yet the position is not very accessible and would need to disassemble that aircon just to get a glimpse of it. In the spine of a book, I have a room of ceiling-to-floor shelves. I'd unbend it, then force it down the tube of a near-empty pen. I'd put it in my mask to form the nose bridge, burying it with the last detectives who tried. Give it my toddler, never to be seen again. In an electrical socket. Inside the mattress or nature's pocket. Behind the plate that's screwed into the wall for my carbon monoxide detector, straighten it out and glue it to the inside of a reusable straw bra underwire dryer lint trap. 1. Push it into a fresh turd in the kitty litter. 2. Straighten it out and insert it into one of those pin and string pictures. 3. Shape it like a large staple and then use that to staple together some papers. Edit. Just back home and yeah, maybe these should have been bullet points and not an ordered list. Actually, if you can do these things, in this order, the detective should pay you the $10,000. Just hide a bunch of paperclips. When he finds one, he'll stop searching. Firstly, I'd straighten it out so it doesn't immediately look like a paperclip. That might help both if it's spotted and in finding a place for it. I would then push it into the gathered fabric at the top of my living room curtains, where it would be absolutely impossible to distinguish from the curtain hooks. Between 2 slices of bread in the freezer. I'm gonna pass. Something tells me this detective is gonna do more than $10,000 worth of damage to my house looking for it. So unless he has a warrant, I'm gonna say no. 1 extra ring in a spiral notebook. Push it through a drywall wall between studs and it should fall to the blocking at 4 feet increments off the ground code requires. If you can, put a nail into the hole and hang a painting or withy to hide the small hole, or some spackle. Later, use a magnet to attract it through the drywall and draw it back up to a hole or other opening in the wall. Even if the detective saw the hole, the paperclip isn't there, that's just the retrieval and drop point. It'd basically be impossible to find without ripping all the walls out. I doubt they could detect it, even using a metal detector, because of all the background ferrous metal in nails, nail stops, Simpson clips, wiring, etc. that the detector would pick up everywhere else. Open it out and slide it inside a chicken breast. Put the chicken breast in the freezer with the rest of the paperclips. He'll never know which one is the right one. Asterisk asterisk, don't fall for it. Asterisk asterisk. I've hidden a paperclip in my house and this man is trying to find it. Asterisk asterisk, please do not help. Asterisk asterisk. Nice try, Mr. Detective. I'm never telling you where it is. Straighten it out, and push into the seams of my tent, which is packed up and located in the loft. Push it through a hole in the silicone lining of my tub. Then reseal it. In the junk drawer. Good luck finding anything you're looking for. I'd straighten it out and hide it with my sewing needles. I have so many that it would be impossible to find. In the attic, stuffed between insulation. I doubt she will want to risk fiberglass splinters looking for it. You know, the coiled door stopper. Pop that off, put the paperclip in there, and wait for the money. Wherever my car keys go when I'm in a hurry. All of these responses are fucking awesome. I'm a teacher and I'm gonna use this question as a warm-up activity for my students. I'd glue it to the bottom of my shoe. I'd literally be standing there watching him look around my house, and trying not to look down. Edit. Who needs $10,000, when Reddit medals take the cake? Thanks, kind strangers. In the water heater tank. Drop it from a medium height off my desk. It'll join my thousands of single socks and guitar picks in the "where TF did it go" dimension. Give it to my 3-year-old. Tell her it's important and to remember where she leaves it. I'd bend it into a spiral, attach an earring hook and put it with my jewelry. In the attic insulation. I am gonna get a ton of paperclips, and hide them in a somewhat secretive yet obvious place, where I expect it to be found. The real one will hide, taped to the bottom side of my garbage disposal. Under the street door with two-sided tape. Somewhere in my brother's room, it's such a mess he'll never find it. In my anus. Swallow it, what he gon' do? Give you a laxative? In my PC. In my stomach. I use paperclips to pin plastic and metal tank, ship, airplane models together to make the connections between weak joints more sturdy. I could Dremel out a spot along the wing of an aircraft and superglue the wing to the frame, and they would 99.99% never know to even look there, as it's more of an advanced hobby technique. As a skilled hobbyist, I could easily accomplish this task in under 5 minutes. Then I would move the Dremel to my garage workbench with the rest of my home improvement tools where I don't do any modeling. I'll just temporarily make someone else the owner of my house, and when I'm homeless I'll just chuck it in the woods somewhere. Inside a wire. In a septic tank. If they find it, they deserve to keep that $10,000. I'd put it inside a random light switch, behind the wall plate, disguised as a ground wire. Nowhere. He's gonna trash the place looking for that paper clip. I'd rather lose out on the $10,000 than have to replace everything he breaks and clean up the mess he leaves behind. I think people are missing the point here. This guy is a detective. He's not going to go looking for the paperclip. A detective will only look for clues when he doesn't know who to interrogate. He knows you have hidden the paperclip. He's got you by the balls. He's going to interrogate you for 24 hours until you tell him where the paperclip is. He will break you. He's an expert. The only logical thing to do is put it somewhere with lots of metal, like pushing it in one of the gaps of a fan unit or in the back of the fridge. And then immediately knock yourself out violently. I would straighten it out and then insert it into an apple through the core. Burn one of the many Yankee candles in the apartment until the wax melts, drop it in, let the wax solidify over it. Shove it in the ice that's compacted in my freezer. He will never think to look there. Inside the spring mechanism inside my microwave door. The spring anchor broke recently and I jerry-rigged it with a paperclip, so I've had a bit of practice for this. I'm not telling you. This sounds like something the detective would ask. I'd tape it to the inside of a metal curtain rod. Metal detector won't detect it, and it won't jingle, slide out if the rod gets pulled down. Next to the dead body in the freezer. I would go into the roof and slide it between two tiles in a random spot. Up my ass. I doubt he's gonna spend 24 hours investigating there. And if he does, win-win. Probably go into the loft and poke it into the fiberglass insulation somewhere, assuming it takes 12 hours to even work his way up there, taking the furniture apart and looking behind and on top of everything. Nobody wants to pry that stuff apart for hours. He'd probably just give up. Hide a bunch of paper clips everywhere in obvious locations. Every time he finds one, say, that's not the one. Hide the real one in a light bulb, tube light, whatever, in a location with little natural light, so he is forced to turn on the light, making the clip invisible. Down my 99% clogged sink. If he gets it out, free unclog. I'll bend it in a circle and make it look like one of those key rings and put my keys on it. My old house has popcorn ceiling. I'd press it into the popcorn, then cover it back over with a dab of more popcorn. Melt it down and drip it around the house. In my prison pocket. Hide it inside my boiler vent. I will open the electrical switchboard of doorbell and stick it inside. It will be really cool. He will ring the doorbell and come inside, but he will not get it that the clip was only few centimeters away from his finger. I'd tape it on the inside of one of the fabric labels on my winter coat, which is currently in a suitcase in my closet with the rest of my winter stuff. Inside a wooden shelf that has gaps in it. Between slices of bread. I'd probably rush to the fridge and shove it in the butter. Use a piece of bread to smooth it back over and eat it real quick. With my drug and Ac-47 stash, I'd put it in one of 18 boxes of paperclips I'd buy. I'd slip it between my floorboards. Have fun crawling in a 20 centimeter space with no lights, lots of dirt and insects. Pop open the roof access and just chuck it up there randomly. Good luck. I'd grind it up to a powder or dissolve it in acid or something. With the toys in the kids' playroom. Good luck finding anything in there. Tape it to the underside of an internal door. Somewhere safe where I'll find it later. Just like everything else I can't find. Push it inside the disk slot of my Xbox One X. In my inkjet printer cartridge. It's refillable but he don't KNW that. Straighten it out. Plunge it deep into the side of a mattress or sofa cushion but sideways so you can't feel it. Appa's definitely hiding a gram of coke from his in-laws. Thanks for watching. See you later.